Imagine a world where no one knew the taste of tea, where the scent of coffee never filled the air, and where every sip of a drink came straight from the heart of the earth itself. This was the world of forgotten tribes, where people survived and thrived without the comforts we take for granted today. These ancient people didn't wake up craving a cup of caffeine. Instead, they reached for what nature offered. Drinks that connected them to the land, the sky, and the mysteries of life. What did they drink when they needed strength, warmth, or healing? What secrets have been buried along with their forgotten ways? Today, let's lift the veil on these long-lost traditions and find out what they drank. In the tapestry of human history, there are threads so delicate they risk being lost forever. The ways, wisdom, and traditions of certain tribes have faded with time, leaving us to wonder about the lives they lived. But even in the face of this fading, there are stories that endure, whispering tales of survival, resilience, and connection to the world around them. Among these, the story of what these forgotten people drank stands out as both intriguing and essential. Their relationship with beverages wasn't just about quenching thirst or getting a daily dose of caffeine. It was deeply woven into the fabric of their existence. Every cup, every infusion held a deeper meaning, a bond with the land, and an understanding of nature's gifts. Their drinks were their medicine, their energy, and their link to the rhythms of the earth. But why do we need to understand what these forgotten tribes drank? Why is it important to know about their beverages and their significance? As we take our sips from the cups of modernity, it's easy to forget the roots of our everyday habits. These forgotten tribes offer us a glimpse into a world where the relationship with beverages was much more profound. Their practices serve as a reminder that there are multiple ways to interact with the world around us, and that there might be valuable lessons hidden in the traditions of our past. When we talk about forgotten tribes, we're discussing groups of people whose cultures and lifestyles have been largely erased or overshadowed by the dominant cultures of our modern world. These are communities whose stories have often been overlooked or disregarded, leaving their traditions, knowledge, and practices on the brink of disappearing. In dense jungles and harsh deserts, people turned to natural springs, pure streams, and sacred wells. Water was more than just a drink, it was life itself. Some tribes believed the first water of dawn held special power. They would collect the morning dew from leaves or gather water that flowed under the light of the moon, trusting it to bring clarity and peace. Others brewed simple infusions from herbs, roots, and wildflowers that today most of us wouldn't recognize. Imagine sipping a warm drink made from crushed tree bark or leaves that grew only in the deepest forests. These were not just drinks, they were medicine, energy, and even protection against unseen dangers. In colder regions, forgotten people discovered how to warm themselves from the inside out. They created drinks using boiled grains or seeds, sometimes mixed with honey or berries they gathered in secret places. Fermented drinks were common too, not for getting drunk, but for survival, for warmth during freezing nights, and for strength on endless journeys. In some tribes, sharing these drinks was part of sacred rituals. A simple cup could mean friendship, loyalty, or even forgiveness. Every sip told a story, every taste carried the spirit of their ancestors. And what about the tribes who lived in dry lands where water was scarce? They learned to draw liquid from unexpected places: cactus, palm trees, or even certain fruits that stored precious drops inside. Nothing was wasted. Every plant, every route, every stone was studied, tested, trusted. These people didn't have shops or markets. They had knowledge passed down through generations, knowledge we have nearly forgotten. While we line up for fancy drinks, they lived in tune with nature, drinking what the land offered, and in doing so, they became part of the land itself. Now, let's travel back in time and discover what these resilient communities used to quench their thirst and fuel their lives. Our journey will take us through diverse landscapes and introduce us to a variety of tribes, each with their unique relationship with the beverages they consumed. We'll explore what these drinks meant to them, how they were prepared, and the roles they played in their daily lives. But before we embark on this journey, I want to share a quote that I believe captures the essence of the connection these tribes had with their environment. The great Chief Seattle once said, "This we know, that when the white man took possession of our land, the buffalo, which had grazed in peace for generations, was almost exterminated from the earth. The forests which had stood since the memory of man were cut down, and the rivers which had flowed in purity for centuries were turned into sewers. This statement reminds us of the deep respect and harmony these indigenous peoples had with nature, and understanding that we are part of a larger ecosystem and that our actions have consequences. It sets the stage for the exploration of how these tribes viewed and interacted with the natural world, including the plants and resources they used to create their beverages. As we delve into the forgotten world of these tribes, we'll see how their relationship with their environment was one of mutual respect and reliance. Their knowledge of local plants, their understanding of seasonal changes, and their ability to adapt to different environments were crucial to their survival. It's a testament to their resilience and adaptability. They were able to thrive in such diverse and sometimes harsh conditions. Through their stories, we'll also begin to understand the importance of preserving cultural diversity and respecting the knowledge and wisdom of indigenous communities. Each tribe had its own unique way of interacting with the world, and these perspectives are valuable not just for understanding the past, but also for informing how we move forward in the future. If you find this video interesting so far, then please consider supporting us. Your support helps us to continue sharing these captivating stories. Now let's continue with the video. The world of forgotten tribes offers a fascinating window into the early human experiences. These tribes who existed before the advent of modern civilization give us insights into what life was like when humans relied on natural resources and traditional knowledge for survival. One of the most striking aspects of their world is the deep connection they had with their environment. These tribes didn't just live in nature, they were an integral part of it. Their understanding of local plants, animals, and natural processes was profound, and they used this knowledge to meet their basic needs, including food, shelter, and clothing. For example, the Inuit people of the Arctic region developed sophisticated hunting techniques and tools to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Similarly, the Himba tribe of Namibia developed sustainable farming practices that allowed them to live in harmony with the arid landscape. Technology played a minimal role in their world. Without the aid of modern tools and conveniences, these tribes relied on their ingenuity and resourcefulness to solve problems and adapt to their surroundings. So this often led to the development of unique and innovative solutions that are still relevant today. For example, the use of natural materials for building houses and clothing not only helped them survive, but also minimized their impact on the environment. Social structures within these tribes were typically tight-knit communities where cooperation and mutual support were essential for survival. Many of these societies were egalitarian with decision-making, often involving the input of all members. This fostered a sense of community and shared responsibility, which continues to be valued by many indigenous cultures today. Religion and spirituality played a central role in the lives of these tribes. Beliefs were often animistic, meaning that they saw the spiritual realm as immanent in nature. This led to a deep reverence for the natural world and a sense of interconnectedness with all living things. Rituals and ceremonies were integral to their spiritual practices, serving to strengthen community bonds and maintain harmony with the spiritual world. The art and music of these tribes are vibrant expressions of their culture and history. From intricate tribal tattoos to oral storytelling, these forms of expression serve not only as a means of entertainment, but also as a way to preserve cultural knowledge and traditions. Music, often played on instruments made from natural materials, is an integral part of daily life, used in everything from celebrations to mourning rituals. Sadly, the world of forgotten tribes has been greatly impacted by colonization and modernization. Many tribes have been displaced from their traditional lands, and their cultures and ways of life have been under threat. However, there is a growing movement to recognize and protect the rights and cultures of indigenous peoples worldwide. By learning about and appreciating the rich traditions of these tribes, we can work towards a more inclusive and respectful world that values cultural diversity. The story of forgotten tribes is a reminder of the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. In the face of adversity, these tribes have demonstrated remarkable tenacity, preserving their cultures and traditions despite significant challenges. Their stories are a testament to the power of community, the importance of cultural diversity, and the profound connection between humans and the natural world. By understanding and appreciating their worldviews, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the planet we all call home.